The sun is setting on the tropical paradise known as Zanzibar, and with it could be setting the hopes of lifting silverware here for Simba Sports Club, and this could be the exclamation point. Opportunity coming, a chance, shot in! Berkane waiting for the very death to stamp home what surely will be the nail in the coffin of the ambitions of Simba Sports Club. They've waited hard, they've waited long, and finally delivered the death blow. Swemaili Sidibe scoring the goal here, and what a way to finish it off here. Simba 1, RS Berkane 1.
Well, certainly that is game, a set and match, and you could almost hear a pin drop in the stadium as the Simba faithful are left forlorn. Sidibe, the substitute, coming on for the hero in the first leg, Kamara, and he does what his teammate did, and he puts a dagger in.
Beating their time, waiting patiently, dragging them on, and eventually lulling them to sleep and stabbing it home. Surely there cannot be any comeback here. Absolutely, this should be the end of the trail. And not surprising, the Simba fans, they just realize once again it will be another long wait, or it will have to be most certainly another wait at a final and a possible trophy.
Yeah, certainly you have to credit their effort this afternoon, but unfortunately it was just a hurdle too far for them to get the better of Berkane, and they'll probably look back to that first leg and say that they left themselves with too much to do in the second leg, even though at times it looked like they may just have enough in the tank. The experience of Berkane coming to the fore, and one man in particular, Labiri, certainly playing a massive role in the middle of the park. But how big now does that Kagoma red card ultimately, was that the deciding factor? Was that ultimately the difference between the two teams on the day?
Well, absolutely played its part in here, because since then Simba were really on the front foot until that card. Thereafter, you could notice they actually had to ease off a bit, had to play with a little more caution, knowing they had the numerical disadvantage. Well, they still have the ability to pull a cracker, probably save one for pride. To score two in quick succession, we might be asking a little too much from them.
Well, they don't just need two now, they need four. They need to get to four. They need 3 more goals to be winners in this tie. Even a 3-1 scoreline would literally knock them out on the away goal rule. They need to win by 3 clear goals.
Well, that's a call for handball, according to the referee, as the drizzles once again come in. Proper signal, just dampening the mood of the general stance here. This was not at all in the script. They believed they had a genuine chance. They hoped they had this in the bag. When they got the first goal, it was all going to script. Until later on, as always with the footballing gods, what you see, not always what you get.
Yeah, certainly on the balance of play, it is heartbreaking, and you can see exactly what it means to the Simba fans. The Berkane fans, on the other hand, elation for them, as they know they have done enough. There's absolutely no way within 3 minutes that Simba will score 3 goals. The game pretty much dead and buried as a contest, and the title certainly, without a doubt, will be going to Morocco.
Sent weaving, and the ball goes over the line. Coaches now both a little more relaxed, knowing that the result is already sealed and guaranteed. Jamani already back to his seat. But Davids, well, still casting a very lonesome figure at the touchline. Kibu on the center of the park. Valentin Noma Long cross up front. Searching. It's ambitious. That has no intended target. Straight to the hands of the goalkeeper here for Berkane. 7 of the 9 minutes played. Just inches away from officially being crowned 3-time record equaling champions, Berkane. And to imagine, it's all been done in the period between 2019 and 2025. They have another opportunity right at the edge of the box area. Taking the ball through, but that was a little bit of a whiplash. Non-starter in the end.
Zaguri knows he can let that run because, you know, the game is pretty much over. His contest. He can fight about the pass. Not really any need for him to chase after it. The bench already celebrating. They know the job is done.
And the ball goes over the line as the intensity of the torrents of the drizzles continues to rack up a notch higher. A chance there for a speculative shot. As they always say in football, if you don't speculate, it can't accumulate. All this time for Prosper, it wasn't going to prosper.
No, certainly not with that kind of effort. It's going to take a lot more to get the better of Mohamedi in goal. And as we can hear, the Olays chanted around the stadium.
Oh, from one corner of the stadium. Set in motion. Almost ominous, like the words we started the game with. The die was cast, the tale was told. And Simba finding that the first leg can be a brutal undoing. Still a possession, still looking to launch an attack. Probably one goal here for Pride to salvage that. As they set the ball once again, Kibu chases this one down, out on the flank. Twisting, sets the ball through the center. There's nobody there, and that's a hasty clearance there from Lairi.
Well, Taif making sure he doesn't allow anything at this point. The game's not over for him.
Absolutely. Set through the middle of the park, and they'll advance once again. Do they still have enough in the tank for them to go on the attack? Short on numbers, it's a 3 versus 3 situation. Popped in, but that was merely a teaser. It was simply a back pass there to the goalkeeper. Should have done better.
Yeah, certainly looking to catch the goalkeeper unawares, but Kamara had his wits about him.
Unable to control and keep the ball on the pitch of play, Ateba. And the referee pulls the plug on the game. It's the final whistle, and it's official. Berkane will be the 2024-2025 CAF Confederation Cup champions. They've certainly had to work their way through some very hefty games in here. Got the better of Stellenbosch. Did manage to beat ASEC Mimosa. They got the better of Constantine. And in their final match, Simba Sports Club had to fall prey to them in their stadium 2-0 before waiting very, very late to stab home what proves to be the final nail in the coffin, and will now take home the 3rd record equaling title, and finally matching the antics of Sfaxen as the most successful club in the CAF Confederations Cup.